Ever feel like Political Division is the world's most successful reality TV show? Where the more we fight, the more some people win. Welcome to Polarization Profits, where your rage is someone else's revenue stream. If you're new here, hey, I'm Celissa Gervals. Over here, we like to question everything, especially the polarizing figures and companies that shape our world. If that sounds like your vibe, then like and subscribe. Think political polarization is just about Democrats versus Republicans? Not quite. It's also about corporations and power players cashing in big time. Today, we're uncovering how our division is fueling the massive profit machine. And spoiler alert, it's messy, manipulative, and making some people very, very rich. Let's start with the media circus. You've got your left-leaning MSNBC and right-leaning Fox News, each preaching their respective choirs. But here's the kicker. The more divided we are, the more they profit. Partisan news outlets boost engagement and revenue by serving up exactly what their audience wants to hear. It's like a political echo chamber, but with a cash register attached. And it's not just the big networks. The internet has given rise to a whole ecosystem of partisan online news sites. These digital criers are all too happy to fan the flames of division because outrage equals clicks, and clicks equal cash. But wait, there's more. Social media algorithms are the gasoline on the dumpster fire of division. They're designed to keep you scrolling. And what keeps you scrolling? Content that gets you fired up. The more polarized we become, the more time we spend on their platforms, and the more ad revenue they generate. Now let's talk about the puppet masters behind the scenes. Political consultants and campaign strategists. These folks have turned polarization into a science. The more divided we are, the easier it is to motivate voters to open their wallets. It's a political industrial complex that profits from our disagreements. Case in point, in the 2020 election cycle, political spending hit a record $14 billion. That's billion with a B. But it's not just politics cashing in. Corporate America has jumped on the polarization bandwagon as well. Companies are increasingly tailoring their products and marketing to political identities. Remember when you could buy a coffee without making a political statement? Now, your choice of Java can signal your stance on everything from gun rights to climate change. Take Black Rifle Coffee Company, which markets itself as anti-hipster and pro-military. On the flip side, you've got brands like Ben & Jerry's, known for its liberal activism. These companies aren't just selling products, they're selling identities. And in our polarized world, that's a lucrative business model. Now you might be thinking, if companies want to take a stance, then let them. But here's the rub. This trend is changing consumer behavior and brand loyalty. We're no longer just buying products, we're buying into tribes. And that's dividing us even further. And let's not forget the tech giants. Social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter are ground zero for political polarization. Their algorithms are designed to keep us engaged, and nothing keeps us more engaged like a good old-fashioned political fight. The more time we spend arguing with strangers online, the more ad revenue these companies generate. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows for these tech companies. They're facing increasing pressure to moderate content and combat misinformation. It's a catch-22. Crack down too hard, and they risk alienating users and reducing engagement. Do too little, and they face public backlash and potential regulations. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say the bear in the market? Political polarization is not just bad for our social fabric. It's taking a toll on our economy too. When we can't agree on basic facts, it becomes nearly impossible to implement coherent economic policies. The result? Economic uncertainty, delayed investments, and slower growth. Take the debt ceiling debate, for example. What should be a routine procedure has turned into a high-stakes game of chicken, thanks to our polarized politics. This kind of brinksmanship creates economic uncertainty that can rattle markets and slow growth. So who loses in all of this? Well, us, just average citizens. While media companies, political consultants, and polarization profiteering corporations rake in the dough, we're left with eroding trust in our democratic institutions, economic instability, and fractured communities. But before you throw your hands up, there is something we can do to fight back. We need to get better at critically evaluating the information we consume. If we can spot the tactics used to manipulate us, we're less likely to fall for them. Some examples of these tactics are the SIFT method, developed by digital literacy expert Mike Caulfield. This approach teaches users to stop, investigate the source, find better coverage, and trace claims back to their original context. The CRAP test. Yes, that's what it's called. A systematic approach to evaluating sources based on currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose, equipping users with essential skills for information assessment. These initiatives aim to help people become more discerning consumers of media by teaching critical evaluation skills and raising awareness of manipulation tactics used in various forms of media. And remember, change doesn't just come from the top down. We can all do our part by seeking out diverse perspectives, engaging in respectful dialogue, and by refusing to let our political differences define us. As we've seen, the media landscape is rife with bias, deliberately stoking the flames of division for profit. So I leave you with this thought. If you recognize this manipulation, yet still cling steadfastly to one political ideology, I ask you, what makes you so certain your chosen side has escaped this web of influence? In a world where division is currency, perhaps the truly radical act is to question not just the other side, but our own deeply held beliefs as well. After all, in the game of polarization profits, are any of us really winning? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a chance to question everything with me. As always, stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, question everything, even me. Oh yeah, and click here for the next perfectly curated video that I personally have selected just for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.